Sopapilla.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get Deep. I'm your host, Keith Allen, and on tonight's show, we have for you an actor, a writer, a father, as well as someone that was able to turn his entire life around after serving over 12 years in prison on marijuana charges. Tonight, we have for you, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Belvin Jr. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. So let's just dive right into it. What happened? What was this charge happen? What got you into prison?
Well, first of all, I was a good kid. Had to listen to mom. My mom always told me, you got 2 ears listen, you got 1 mouth speak. But you know, when you young, you don't understand what's going on in life. So I tried to, help her out the best way I could. And it was the wrong way. Illegal, dealing drugs. I was basketball playing, had scholarships.
Really? How old were you when you got locked up?
I was about 22, 23.
Dang, you were young.
Yes, very.
So almost 13 years.
Exact.
What was the charge that they got you on?
Trafficking.
Okay, so can you take me through the day, how everything played out, how you got caught?
Yeah, a friend of mine told me, hey, this dude's good, he's cool. Talk to him.
And you were dealing at the time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I said,
like,
cool.
Like a lot amount? Or just like dime bags here and there? Or?
I said about dime bags, 20 bags, 30 bags.
A little bit of, okay.
Yeah.
Just weed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then so someone told you that someone was cool, and what happened?
After that, I trusted him, of course. Supposed to be a friend, loyalty.
Cool.
Next thing I know, I sold to the undercover 17 times.
Oh, shit.
They kicked my door in at my apartment with ninja masks and K9 dogs, and Keith, it was horrible, man. It was insane, man. They booked me, took me down. Never had a charge in my life. Never.
Clean record.
Clean.
And why were you doing it in the first place? To help support your family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. What was the process like after you got booked and you were locked up? What was going through your head?
What I'm gonna do now? What I'm gonna do now?
Did you think it was going to be for as long as it was?
I really didn't think it would be that long, Keith. I really thought that there would be, some help through the guidelines of everything, but there wasn't. There was no help, period. They took a young guy's life who never had a charge, took him away from his family. That's what I was thinking. My family, what I'm gonna do now, what's next? I sat, I sitted. They say it's good. They say it's good for a reason, that God sat you in there. Who knows what would have happened? Maybe I would have passed away or got in trouble and different, who knows, right?
Are you a spiritual man?
I love God.
At the time, did you love God?
I did, but when I went in there, it was more of it. It was more of him.
Oh, okay.
More of him.
Okay, we will dive into that. At the time, did you question, why would God let this happen to me? Did that ever cross your mind at all?
No, it really didn't. At that time, I was questioning myself. Paul, what did you do wrong? Why did you do this? You are a better man than this. Understand that you are here to listen and understand.
So before this, you were just chilling, you were just having a good time, doing your thing, clean record, helping out with your family, and it was all over, just like that.
It was gone, man. It was horrible because everybody was at the courthouse, wrote letters for me. He's a good guy, he's this, he's my son, he's my nephew. The judge didn't care. You're a threat to society for marijuana. 45 years they gave me.
45 years. How much did you have?
It was like just selling it on the cover, selling it on the cover, selling it
Oh,
on the
so
cover.
it was because it was a reoccurring thing.
Yes.
And they give you 45 years.
45 years and suspended 20, so that's 25. Half of 25 is 12 and a half, 13.
Oh, so you got off early. What? How did you? Can you take me through what was going through your head when you initially got the first sentence of 45 years? Like when you heard that, what was going through your head?
I'm gonna lose everything that I dreamed of trying to get to. I'm a good guy. I know I make mistakes, but why is this happening to me? There's gotta be a change somewhere. Someone has to reach out to me. Someone has to reach out to me and let me know that I messed up. But please reach out to this DA and this judge and let them know, look, I have no charges. Just let me off, probation, something.
Just take me through the process of getting locked up in the first place. Like, what was it like to just finally get behind bars and know that you're going to be in there for a long fucking time? How did you process that?
I was young. I already didn't have no role model as it is. You know what I mean?
No, really?
Nothing. So when I went in, I was like, damn, I'm going to have to try to find my way to survive, live, and respect. Because you have no respect in there, you're not going to live. You know what I mean?
So how did you acquire that respect?
Acquiring respect is letting another man know that you ain't going to take no shit from him. I'm here just like you. Just because you bigger than me don't mean that you tougher than me. I can get you in your sleep. No, I'm just, I mean, that's just, it's about survival, respect. You know what I mean?
Did you get into fights?
Yes, I did.
Really?
A lot.
A lot?
Man, you're gonna trip about this one, Keith. I had a cellie, man.
Was it cellie? A
Oh,
cellmate?
a roommate, my
Okay.
bad. Yeah,
Okay.
we call it cellie, my bad.
I appreciate the terminology.
I had a roommate, and I'm coming back from the gym. Hey, Paul. Dude, you got an Aryan Brotherhood in your cell. He has a 6-inch noose up hanging on the ceiling. I said, son of a bitch. I said, all right. So I go up, and damn for sure, it was no joke.
Really?
He hit me up, hey, you have to leave. I said, nah, I ain't gonna be none of that, man. Look, you came into my room, so as I go back to you, I told you it's about survival and respect. Everybody's watching this guy coming at me in the unit of the pod. So, you know, we tussled, we fought, you know what I mean? And after that, he respected me, man. He took everything down and he respected me. We became like friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating. How do you mentally prepare yourself for that kind of position? You know, you were 23 years old, 22, 23 years old, and all of a sudden you know you're going to be doing this for the next 13, that's more than half of the life you've already lived.
I have to try to find a way to stay focused.
What was your way? Did you have a purpose, or did you have something that,
I did.
what was that?
I wrote a letter to a governor here in Mexico. I forgot her name. She's retired or something. You know what I'm saying? Well, I actually wrote it to the head security in the prison. They sent it to her. It's a gamers club. So I brought this Xbox, PS4, and I brought it into the prison, and everybody was joining in. I made a club. It was called Gamers Club.
A gamers club?
It was a gamers club.
Really?
So it took my mind off of everything. It took everybody else's mind off of everything.
So you guys were just a bunch of dudes just chilling and playing some video games.
Had the whole prison on it, man. The whole prison loved it. It was fun.
What was your game of choice?
Madden.
Madden.
I love Madden.
Nice. Who's your team?
Jets.
With the Jets. What?
God damn.
That is the wildest thing I've heard in a long time. 32 options and he picks the Jets. No, that's awesome. All right, so Paul, what was the response from your family and friends? Because my brother did a little bit of time, and he said one of the things that really helped him out was us visiting him, us writing him letters. What was your relationship like with the people on the outside, family and friends?
Friends ran away, man. They wasn't there. They took off. Kind of built my own friends and family inside there. Mm-hmm. And the one person who was by my side the most was my mother out of all the family.
Really?
My sister was there too, I'm not gonna lie. Also, you know, friends are supposed to be loyal, I thought. But a situation like that, I mean, come on, man. Can I get a letter? Can I get something?
What year did you get locked up?
2003.
2003. So you got out in 2016, 15?
17.
2017. Okay. Can you take me through a day in the life of prison? What was it like? You wake up, what happens? You know, just take me through a routine. Of like a normal day.
A normal day, okay.
Yeah.
You wake up about 6 o'clock, chow call, first call, which is breakfast. You hear people fighting in line, fighting about something. You hear somebody, you know, later on down the line hanging themselves, throwing himself over the top rail.
Oh shit, that stuff happened.
For 3 years he had. I'm doing 13 years, Keith. You gonna hang yourself?
Wait, someone was in for 3 years and then they killed themselves while they were in. And you're in there for 13 years. Okay. So this is just a day in. Okay, so keep going. So that's a day. So you got breakfast, right? People fighting in line. People fighting every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Fascinating.
Every day. If you knew you come in, you have to show what is called your paperwork. Your paperwork, which is your charges. What are you in here for? You know what I mean?
Really?
Yes, you have to.
And you can't lie about that?
You can't lie about it at all.
Really?
Man, most definitely, man. I've
Fascinating.
seen it. I heard it. I heard him scream. He pushes the button. Get me out of here. They're going to tear me apart. I played with kids. Help, help, help. And I'm sinking this all in, looking like, I'm in prison? This is a new world. This is a different world. This is a world of survival. Why am I here? For marijuana.
So you're in there with people that have done some fucked up shit.
Murderers.
Some murderers, rapists. And you're sitting there for weed and you see people fighting each other and killing each other, killing themselves. What kept you grounded? What got you to keep your eye on the prize and know that one day I'm going to get the fuck out of here, rather than killing someone, getting some more time, beating someone up? What kept your eye on the prize and able to keep going and actually get out successfully?
My high energy, smile every day.
Yeah.
Just because you're in here doesn't mean that everything's going to be bad. I smiled every day, had positive energy, played basketball. You're going to laugh at this one. Dungeons and Dragons.
Really? In there?
Yeah. I know. I'm a nerd. I'm a big nerd.
No, I am too. Yo, Magic the Gathering.
You better stop it. Yeah, I'm a big nerd, Keith.
Nice.
That imagination of playing the game took me away from what's going on out there and inside where I was at.
Right, but where did that positive energy come from? Where did those smiles come from? You know you're in there. Some people would look at that with a very negative perspective, kind of like the guy that killed himself for only having 3 years. So where did you get that positive energy from?
Just being me and knowing that I could help this prison by bringing something into it, man. The Gamers Club.
The Gamers Club.
They loved it, man. They loved it, man.
Nice.
If they gonna see me happy, I want you to be happy. Because we in here together, and we shouldn't stress. We shouldn't, just because we in here, let's still have fun.
That's awesome.
Oh, let's not do it. You're not gonna get that done. You're not gonna get that done. Watch. They're gonna let you have PlayStation. Surprise. Boom.
People were very receptive to it. People weren't like, fuck this, and tried like fucking it up for everybody. Because, there's those people that are like that.
Yeah.
So was there anyone like that while you were in that was trying to like just shit all over everybody else's party?
Yeah, there's always one hater out of a 12 crowd bunch.
That's a fascinating statistic.
There's always that one that doesn't like what's going on, and he wants to try to do something, Keith, to make everybody fail, because he's a failure.
Trying to bring you down to his level. Okay, so let's say someone comes at you like that, right? How do you respond? Immediately, do you stand your ground and just, not that shit today, nope, and try to fight? Or do you just don't even pay any attention?
Good question, man. You never back down. You talk to someone with sense. Don't feed off his negative energy of loudness. can I speak with you, man? Come over here with me. Let me talk to you, man. I can hook you up. You can come up in here. Let me set up a day so you can be comfortable and happy too. Because if you have all this positive energy and you are from the sunshine, you don't want to live in a dark world. You ain't meant for the dark world because you have so much positive energy and sunshine. But he was in a dark world at that moment. Let me bring you some sunshine, man. Let me talk to you. You've been living your life hating what's going on over here. Let me invite you in. If I never did, I'm going to do it now.
Did you have that energy before you went in?
No, I didn't, man. That taught me how to be a man when I was in there.
How so?
Just seeing things and learning different, just what was going on in there, Keith.
What was the most fucked up thing you've seen or heard there? Like, what are some things that you're just like, that shit was crazy, that you never thought you would see?
This dude crushed up glass. He worked in the kitchen, didn't like a dude, put it in his oatmeal. Dude ate it, ate his insides up. He bled through his mouth. And just seeing that, man, he just crushed it up, man, and threw it in his oatmeal.
Did the guy die?
Ate them all up, the little shards of glass, ate them all up. He crushed it up so good. No one knew. He didn't even know. How would you know your oatmeal has crushed glass in it?
What the
and then eat you up.
Where? That's something I wouldn't even think of happening. That is wild. Did the person die?
Dead, done.
Wow.
Doornail.
Okay, wait. So while you were in for a long ass time. Were you in a single location or were you bouncing around between different places?
I was bouncing around. I went to a place called Hobbs, New Mexico, Lee County. Left there. I did about 5 years over there.
Why do you leave? Do they just tell you where to go and you just go somewhere? Or is it like, okay, you did a good job here, we're gonna bring you somewhere else, or you fucked up, we're taking you somewhere worse? Like, was there ever any reasoning of you moving around?
The reason was because they was opening up a new facility in Clayton, New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So they took everybody who they wanted out of Hobbs and put them in Clayton.
So what was it like going to a new place? Would you have to like reestablish your identity? Was it just like being the new kid at school? You just had to, all right, I guess I got to do this all over again. Was it overwhelming going to a new place? Or was it like kind of exciting? Like, oh yeah, time for something different.
You know what? I thought it would be like dangerous, but it wasn't. It was like 6, 7 people in there, man, when we first got there. And then the warden bought everybody McDonald's. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of liking this. I ain't had McDonald's in a minute. So they were like, what do you want? I said, I want a quarter pounder number 3. It's been a while since I had McDonald's. You know what I mean?
How was that quarter pounder?
Oh my God, man. The cheese melted on my shirt and lips.
That must have been the best quarter pounder you've ever had.
Oh man. But you know what though, Keith? It stopped when everybody started coming back in. When it started filling up, it stopped. We started eating garbage. The food is terrible. It's horrible, man. We always counted on canteen. Where's the commissary lady?
So in terms of food, they were feeding you pretty much trash.
Man.
So how do you stay, or did you work out? Did you stay in shape while you were there? Like let's go back to the daily routine. Like what would you try to accomplish in a day? Ideally, like let's say no bullshit, no one's trying to start with you. What's an ideal day for you while you were locked up?
Workout and basketball.
Workout on basketball.
Flag football. Well, my workout was really just running up and down that court.
Oh, okay.
But
nice.
I did kind of got into it and stuff, you know what I mean? But it wasn't every day. It was probably like 2 or 3 times out of the week.
When did you find out that you were going to be getting out early?
Oh, man. That's the best one right there. That made me smile.
Really?
Hey, Mr. Belvin, you're going home. I said, man, are you serious? It was at a place called Los Lunes, Mexico, the farm, level 1.
Okay.
I went all the way down to that because I was doing good. They dropped me lower. More freedom.
Because of good behavior.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay, cool.
So, after that, I stayed about, maybe 1.5 years over there. And then the lady tells me, my caseworker, you're finna go home. You should be happy. I said, are you serious? I'm so happy right now, man. Where am I going? You're going down there to men's recovery. You have to go do 6 months. Oh, damn. So the 12 and a half turned into that 13 because I had to do 6 months at the men's recovery.
Oh, like a halfway house, kind of.
For weed of my charge.
Oh my gosh, they're still caught up over. Okay, so you get that news, right? And so you do the 6 months. What's going through your head the entire time when you're like, you finally see the light at the end of the tunnel? I know, or I've heard, when you're about to get out, people try to fuck with you. People try to get you, bring you down to their level. Did that happen to you?
Did it. There's always a devil poking at your back. There's always somebody trying to do something negative to make you be like them. Like I told you, Keith, I smile and keep positive and fight it off, man, because you have one life, and I lost all mine, really, all my 20s, all my 30s, really, too. So I'm sitting right here with you today as 40 years old telling you I'm alive, I made it, and I got to meet you on this interview. Man, I'm blessed.
Paul, you look good for 40, man. You look really good for 40.
God damn, thank you, man.
So you lost pretty much all of your 20s and most of your 30s. I can't even, when you're talking about the time at that last place that you were at before the 6 months, it was so mind-blowing to see you just talk about a year and a half like it's nothing. When you serve that much time, a year and a half is just like, it's just a drop in the bucket because you were in for so long. When you were starting to get out or started realizing, did you ever see Shawshank Redemption?
Love it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, when I forgot his name. When the older gentleman leaves after being in for so long.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he doesn't know what to do with himself. So how did it feel to have that life of no rent, no expenses, free food, same ass clothes that you don't got to think about it? How did it feel to start going into that transition? You're like, did it even cross your mind that you were going to have to start paying bills, that you're going to have to start figuring out jobs and stuff? Like, what was going through your head while you were about to transition out?
It was free, 3 meals a day. And I'm like, you know what? It's cool that I ain't got to pay no rent and stuff, but I want to be a man. I want to see what's out there in the world that I missed. I want to learn something. Because this place that I was in was a dungeon of hell. And and I learned from it. And I know everything is free, clothes are the same, everything's free. You have stuff, everything's free. Go, 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 go. But after a while you get tired of it. I don't want nothing free no more, man. I want to learn how to be a man because I never had a role model. I never had a father who was always there, so I learned in there. Pretty sad, but not bad. But I learned in there, Keith, how to be a man.
So you said you didn't have a role model and you didn't have a father figure to basically show you what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, and now you are a father?
Yes, I am.
How does that feel?
I love it, man. I love it, man. My when I first got out, of course, one of my sons got to visit me in there. And it was pretty hard for him. But, he got to know who I was, got to know who his dad is, I got to know who my son was. So when I get out, my other son, he knew nothing about him. So I embraced them together, and I taught them both how to ball and play basketball and sports.
Oh, nice.
And I have a little one named Amari, man, and I taught him too. I had to, man. Don't do what I did. I fucked up. No one's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but I want to try to do something that I didn't have.
Were they really receptive to it, or they were like, "Nah, you've been gone for..." They were. Wow, nice.
That's what made me happy.
That's cool.
Because I was thinking the same thing you was. I was though, man. But I taught them the game. Look, if you do this, you're gonna go to jail. If you do this, you're gonna get in trouble. If the cop asks you for this, give it to him.
How would you feel if you heard that one of your kids was smoking weed?
Now that is legal and they're 18, hey, You good.
How do you feel now that it is legal, something that took away 13 years of your life? How do you live without resentment, without anger, without just this pissed off mentality towards the system?
Man, Keith, good question. That shit pissed me the fuck off, man. But I'm not all about revenge. I don't want revenge. I'm a better man than that. So I'm gonna let you know who I am. I'm not gonna come back. I'm not gonna come back to where you want me to come back. Let me surprise you of a new man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I was mad as hell because they gave me a medical card. Here, take this. This is what I got locked up for. Now you hand it in my hand?
You got a weed card. You got a medical card.
Dispensaries.
And wait, so you I'm sorry, it's so absurd that I can't help but laugh because it's so absurd that they would lock you up for it and shortly thereafter give you a medical card to get it for health purposes. That is mind-blowing.
Tell me about it.
So now that it's legal here, we can celebrate. But do you have any words for any states or anywhere where it's not legal?
You know what? I do. I think it should be legal in all states. I think marijuana should be legal across the whole world.
Yeah?
China, France, everywhere. I don't care where it is. It doesn't hurt nobody, man.
So you got locked up in 2000 and you said 2003. And you got out in 2017. What was it like in the differences in culture and technology from when you went in to when you got out? And was that mind-blowing for you?
Man, it was crazy, man. I seen a kid with skates, like with tennis shoes. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh, the shoes where they
Yeah.
around?
I mean, I'm getting out, and
You're like, what is this future ass shit?
I'm seeing some wild stuff, man. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to work the phone at all. All I know how to do was just call a number. I didn't know how to work none of that social media stuff. Just working the phone, period, and just seeing a different life. You know what I mean? Everybody changed when I got out. Everybody changed, but they're still the same, but they changed in the urban, different way.
Did you have a cell phone when you got locked up in 2003? Was
The
that a
beeper?
You had a beeper. You had a beeper. So when you got out and you saw everyone walking around on their phones, texting and stuff, and on social media, that must have been. Have you adjusted?
I did now.
Oh, okay.
But I still don't know some things. I still have to ask my friend James over here for some help.
Okay, man, can I get some hashtags or?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Nice. Okay, so you get out. What is it like getting out? The day that you get out, the day that you finally walk as a free man out of the halfway house, you're clean. You don't need, like, maybe you got parole, but you're not looking back. You get to live where you want. You get to do what you want. Take me through that day.
Man, it was like going to a Miami beach, watching the sunrise, man, and just looking at the sky and just listening to the birds, listening to people talk. It was just all just soaking in, Keith. Just cars honking horns, just life, man, life, period. People getting on bus stations, people shopping with bags. Man, I was soaking that all in and looking like, damn, I made it through that hellhole. And the first thing I did, people say they go get food. I picked up a flower and smelt it, man.
Yeah?
Just because a flower is the most incrediblest thing on the earth. It's very sensitive. It's very fragile. I picked it up and I smelt it and I was like, man, this is hope. This is hope. Hope is here. And hope.
It was the first flower you smelt in probably 13 years.
Something good, man. It's roses, man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's good. It was nice.
What was your first meal out? Do you remember?
Heck yeah. Shit, Popeye's chicken. Hell yeah,
Nice.
shit. Love Popeyes.
Okay, so wait a minute. This is just hitting me now. So you're in for 13 years. This is probably an obvious question with an obvious answer, but Does that mean that you didn't have sex for 13 years? If that's a private question, but like, I guess logistically, yeah, right?
Yeah, you might be right, but I had a, it's called a fifi.
A fifi. What is a fifi?
You put some lotion in the sock, baby oil, and you just decorated the face and the
Oh,
sock. And
no way. Really? Really? I mean, you got to get by somehow, right? Wow. I've never heard of that. A fifi. Okay, cool. How do you work out the logistics of your fifi and other pleasures while sharing a cell?
Hey, man, you got to go to the gym or something.
Oh, you sexile them.
I tell them, hey, roommate, you got to go to the gym or something. I need some private time up in here.
And then people would respect that. So like
Okay.
if I said to you, hey man, I need a little time on my fifi, you'd be like, all right man, I got you, I'm going to the gym.
Respect, like I told you from the get-go.
Okay.
Okay. I throw my curtain up on my door.
Okay.
But you have to find that way to do that so you don't go the other way and catch the other nasty HIVs.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. Okay, wait. So you get out, right? What was the transition like getting out in terms of living and jobs and just your whole situation? Did you have family to go back to? Were they receptive of it, or was it just clean slate and finding a job, just getting back into society? What was that like?
Well, my mom and all my family was there. But I didn't want to take it. I wanted to come out and do me. I wanted to be a man. I wanted to show them that I learned something. You know what I mean? I knew they was gonna be there, and that's love. That's protecting what's yours. But look, I ain't that same guy no more. Let me be a man and let me show y'all who I am now. And y'all can still support me, but I don't want to go where you guys are at and live with you. But I can do this. I got this. When I got out, it was hard to find a job, of course, because what? You're a felon. At a McDonald's? Damn. But you know what? Hey, it didn't stop me. Smile on the face, keep positive. Got into this acting thing. And I said, I found something. Albuquerque has a good film industry right here, man, that I really do like and enjoy. I've been in Harder They Fall. I've been in that one.
Oh,
it's a
nice.
Netflix produced by Jay-Z and J-Mez Samuel. It's a wonderful blessing to meet Jonathan Majors, Regina King, and just people who you see as growing up, and then you actually sit there with them, laugh and talk, chop it up with them. You know what I mean?
This beautiful man needs an agent.
And it would be cool if I could be my own agent, but I have a passion for it. Whoever agent sees it, they're gonna love me. I'm always be positive. Even if it's a bad day, I'm always smile and
Nice.
always get to work, because you know what? I failed decade ago. But now I'm back, and I wanted the world to know who I really am just because I was locked up and incarcerated for marijuana. I want y'all to know, look, this is me, Paul Belvin Jr. Everybody makes mistakes, but come on. Now it's time for me to have a break.
You're ready to blossom, like that
Yes.
flower that you were talking about. You're ready to just let the world know who you are. Make up for lost time.
They miss me.
I mean, you got a great look as an actor. You got clear skin. You're tall. You're athletic. I don't see why we can't get Paul an agent, right? I totally can't see why. I mean, I would cast this guy. Paul, man, with the recent legalization of recreational marijuana here in New Mexico, there's an opportunity for you to have your record wiped clean. So when you apply for a job, ain't no one gonna know that you had a felony or anything like that. How's that make you feel?
I never knew that I could get my sentence expunged until I was hearing about it. I never knew that they can wipe away this much time.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a thing. It comes with the legalization of it.
The thing that always hits me in the heart, man, is that I'm still alive and I still have a chance to do something, and I still have a chance to show whoever eyes is open, well, this is who I am. You know what I mean, Keith?
Yeah.
And by me knowing that I can get this off my sentence gives me open doors, opportunity, jobs, more work, Like where else can you go? More look, electricity, just to be an electrician. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just things that houses, apartments, things just open up.
Loans,
For you, man. Loans,
a whole bunch
man.
of stuff.
Things because you're not a felon anymore.
Man, I could hear the hope and the positivity in your voice of it. It's a new beginning. Just like when you first got out, it's a new beginning.
I'm acting. I'm doing something that they wasn't expecting me to do. He'll be back. Surprise, action. No, I'm not.
You have a purpose.
I have a purpose, man.
Nice. Did you have a purpose while you were locked up?
I did.
What was that purpose?
To survive and get out of here and be a different man.
So you're not the same man as when you originally got locked up.
I was horrible.
Are you even close to that?
No.
No?
I was horrible.
What would you say to someone that you see straying away, starting to go down the path that you went down when you were 21, 22 years old? What would you say to someone that's in that position?
I say, look, you still bright. You still young. You got a future. Don't mess it up right now. Do something that's going to make you feel better. Because what you're doing now, you in a dark world. Why you want to be in a negative environment and you have one life to live? Live it your best way.
Paul, do you have any regrets? Do you have any regrets about any of it? About anything that you did when you were younger that led to your incarceration? Anything while you were in, or just the whole process? Do you have any regrets?
No, not at all. I have no regrets, Keith, because I think that you got to be a bigger man. You got to understand you messed that up. That was your mistake. I was a boy then. Boys make mistakes. Men make choices. So I became a man when I got out. So now it's time for you to make a choice since you a man. Let's see what your choice is.
Do you feel like you wasted 13 years of your life? Do you feel that? Because some people would feel that in your position. Do you feel like you wasted 13 years?
There's a bad and a good out of it. I feel like I did waste it because my sons didn't get to spend time with their father. My mom didn't get to see her son. My sister didn't get to see her brother. Yeah, it was wasted, Keith. It was wasted for a decade. It was wasted. But the wasted was good.
You know what's fascinating is when you talk about wasting that time, all of the waste is from time not spent with loved ones. Mm-hmm. You talk about not spent with your children, not spent with your mom. It's not about like, I wasted all my life. It's, I wasted my time with other people that mean a lot to me.
I know I made that mistake. My life was wasted. But I think about others first, man. I think that if you help others first, you can help yourself. But people say, you got to help yourself before you help others. Help others, man. If you know you're strong and you can survive this, help others. Help them out. They might not be as strong as you. They don't know. They don't know what's going on.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Making my mom smile.
Oh.
Making her happy that her son didn't go back to where I was at.
So how did she feel when you got out?
Man, she did a cartwheel. I didn't think she could do that. No, she did. No, she was happy. She was loving it, Keith. I mean, she was a big Kool-Aid smile. So.
And she was visiting you throughout.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
Was that crucial? Was that critical? Or how was that?
It was a happy cry. You know how you cry, but it's a happy cry. You know what I mean? It's not a sad cry. It was a happy cry. Every time I seen her, I used to happy cry. So why are you crying? I said, Mom, don't worry. It's just a happy cry to see you here, standing by my side, knowing that I made a mistake. But I'm gonna show you when I get out. Okay, my ass. When I get out, I'm gonna show you that I'm not going back that way.
So did you ever, at some point while you're in, did you ever think to yourself like, this is it? This is what God's got intended for me? I ain't getting out anytime soon. Did you ever lose faith or lose hope of getting out?
I never lost hope or faith, Keith. I just felt like that I gotta do this. And if I'm gonna do it, I gotta be strong. I gotta survive. I gotta set an example, just not for me, but for others. If they see me fail and I'm their friend, they gonna fail with me. I don't want that. It's others first. And I used to coach. throw it off a little bit, but I used to coach a little kids football league, man. And
Really?
we went to the Super Bowl. They cried. We got second, we lost. But it felt good to get out and do something for others, which was the kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
How long you been out?
I've been out 4.
For 4 years.
Wow.
4 years now. Do you ever visit anybody that's still locked up that you met? Friends that are still in?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I talk to them.
Nice. How does that go?
It goes good, man.
Why do you do that? Because you know what it's like to have someone come in and visit you? Because you could easily not.
No one's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'm always be a friend. If I don't talk to you for months and months and months, I'm still here. I'm just busy. But I see what you're doing, and I like it.
Paul, brother, I put together something called a round of rapid randomness. So I'm going to ask you 15 rapid questions, one after another after another. And I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't even have to think about it too much. And it's going to range everything from what is your favorite color? That's not a question I'm going to ask, to how do we solve world hunger? And the range is going to be so wide, and I just want to hear, what are your answers? Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. First question. What's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Do you have a secret talent skill that you're really good at?
Basketball.
Who is your favorite child?
Me.
Beyonce or Cardi B?
Beyonce.
How do we solve racism?
Go to the White House.
What's your favorite animal?
A gorilla.
Is the earth flat?
When it turns.
Who's your favorite actor?
Denzel.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Hell yeah.
Do you believe in aliens?
Hell yeah.
What is your favorite movie?
The Outsiders.
How long will you live?
90.
What's your favorite position?
All right. What do you mean? I mean, no, not like that. No.
Okay, next question. How do you want people to remember you?
By what I'm doing for others.
Final question, Oprah or your mom?
My mom.
Nice, no hesitation. You passed that test. That was good.
That was nice.
That was real good.
The rapid fire was my best one.
All right, Paul, we're almost finished, but I just wanted to ask, do you have anything coming up or anything you want to promote, or anything you're working on right now?
Yeah, man, I would like to, well, first, you can follow me, Facebook, IG, Paul Belvin Jr., you can follow me.
Paul Belvin Jr.
Follow it.
Paul, brother, between your positivity and your work ethic, you have so much potential. And that's why I brought you on the show today, is because one thing that grinds my gears is wasted potential. And you ain't got no time to waste anymore on your potential. You're ready to make some things happen. You guys heard it here first from the source. Paul Belvin Jr. Spent 13 years locked up, but now he's ready to go. He's turned his entire life around. He's hanging out with his kids. He's getting work done. He's showing up at people's houses at 7 o'clock in the morning. He wants to be an actor, and he is genuinely an awesome dude. Paul, brother, thank you, man, so much for coming in. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Keith, man. We got to do this again.
Let's do it again.
I love the hair, though.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. It was good being here, man. And I always like to say this was a blessing. Without you and your wife putting this all together, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to speak what I had to speak to be heard. But you guys came in and saved the day like superheroes to make the world know who I am, and that's appreciative. Others first.
You know what, man? You're right. Others first. And you got so much to offer. I think it's time the world sees a little bit more Paul Belvin Jr., man. I think the world will be a better place with more people like you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you. And that's a wrap. Until next time, we will see you on our next episode of Let's Get Deep.
Sopapilla.